Hello, this is Rajdeep Saha, and in this video I'm going to exploit Windows XP using a VLC media player vulnerability through the Metasploit framework on Kali Linux. So let us first open up Kali Linux, and in here I'm going to open up the terminal. So we are going to open up the Metasploit framework now. Alright, so in here we are going to search for a list of available VLC exploits using the command search VLC, and this basically uses the slow search algorithm, so it's gonna take a bit of time and we're gonna wait now. Alright, so we have a list of available exploits in here, and in the following column we have their disclosure dates and their corresponding ranks. So we are going to use this exploit right here, and this is a VLC SMB UD exploit. This basically exploits a stack based buffer overflow of the VLC media player, and it works with version 0.9.9 and 32-bit builds. So we're gonna use this exploit. Alright, so now we are gonna search for the list of available payloads which you're going to use with this exploit, and this payload basically is found to work with Windows Meterpreter reverse TCP, and so we need Windows Meterpreter reverse TCP in here. We're going to search for that, and here it is. So we're going to copy this one, and we're going to set this as the payload. Alright, so now we are going to check the list of available options that we have, and in here for lhost the current setting is not set. So lhost or localhost here is basically the parameter that defines the connect back address in reverse payload, that is our own IP address. So we are going to search for our own IP address in a terminal window. Using the command ifconfig, and this here is my IP address. I'll just copy it. Alright, so I'm gonna set the lhost to my IP address, and just to verify I'm gonna show you that it has already been set. So in here the lhost value has been set to my IP address, and now I'm gonna press exploit. So this will create my payload file, and it has been stored in this location, root msf4 local, and I'm gonna come back for this later, but right now I'm gonna use the exploit of multi-handler So the multi-handler is basically a generic payload handler that provides all the features of the Metasploit payload system to exploits that are launched outside of the framework. So now we are gonna set the payload like we did earlier to Meterpreter reverse TCP, this one, and yeah. So now we check the list of available options again, and we need to set the lhost value to our current IP address. So we again type set lhost to this current value, and it's set. As you can see, the lhost has been set, and now we are gonna press exploit. Alright, so it has basically started the reverse TCP handler, and now we are gonna go to that file location where our payload is being stored. The location is basically, it's located in root MSF4 local and msf.xsps. This is our required payload. I'm just gonna copy this and save it in my base machine first, and then from here we are gonna copy it back to the victim's machine, which in this case is Windows XP. We could have also done it through a removable device, and now we are gonna start this VLC media player file on the victim's machine. And as you can see, we have already started up, and now let's go back to Kali Linux. So in here we can see that the Meterpreter session 1 has been opened. So we can now gain access into the victim's machine. So let's type the help command to get a list of available options that we can perform on the victim's machine. So in here we get, let me read out a few commands here. The core commands basically include background, which backgrounds the current session, bgkill, which kills a background Meterpreter script, exit will terminate the current Meterpreter session. Coming down, ls will list all the available files, cd will change the directory, rm will delete the specified file, and coming further down, the system commands, with kill we can terminate a process, with ps we can get a list of running processes, with shutdown we can shut down the victim's computer, with reboot we can reboot the victim's machine. Coming to user interface commands, we can screenshot the victim's machine, we can change the Meterpreter current desktop, and we can even take a snapshot from the specified webcam if the victim has one. And so now we're going to try a list of commands. So let's start with ps. This gives me a list of available processes that are currently running, and PID here gives the current process ID, and these are the list of available processes. So let me get the system info of the victim. So the victim is running Windows XP build 2600, service pack 2, and it has architecture of 32-bit. And now let's try to get the process ID. The current process ID is 1984. Now let's try to take a screenshot of the victim's machine. So alright, Alright, I missed that screenshot. Alright, so the screenshot is saved to root, and the file name starts with NZ. So let's take a look at the victim's machine. This is what the screenshot should look like. Now let's check the actual screenshot. So it's stored in root, and here is the screenshot NZ, and let's look at it. So here is the screenshot, and this is what the victim's machine looks like. So now we're going to deliver the death blow and try to shut down the victim's machine using the shutdown command. So as we can see here, the victim's machine has been shut down by my machine using the Kali Linux. So now that's basically it. So we have successfully exploited Windows XP using the VLC media player vulnerability. Thank you.